$16 an hour sound good to you guys? I think that's extremely legitimate. How much do you get paid at Starbucks? It's a totally internship. I don't know what the. Do you know how much you get paid at Starbucks? I don't know. But and what about Publix? 14. But you won't get any hours. That sounds better than Starbucks and Publix. And to learn warehouse operations, you can find out if you're interested in just getting certified to drive a forklift. Driving a forklift through college is a decent option. You get paid good. It's labor that not everybody knows. You have to have a certain license. I mean that's cool right there. Okay, we're gonna graph this. I'm gonna go over the projects, optional projects. We're gonna correct chapter 7, and then you have this assignment is 2 graphs. You're just answering questions about a graph and then doing 2 graphs. Okay, so number 2. I see right away that x cannot be 5. This is our undefined value. When I put a 5 in here, I get a 0. It's no good. So that means I have an asymptote there. And by asymptote, I mean do a dash line. Based on what we did yesterday with the model of these rational functions, I'm going to say y can't be 4. So I have another asymptote at y equals 4. So my domain is x is everything excluding 5. And my range is y is everything excluding 4. And that's the framework of the graph. You can draw a pretty good rough sketch of this graph just from this information. Right 5 and left 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My graph will not go through this dash line. It's impossible mathematically. It will be undefined. And so my graph also won't go through this dash line. Also impossible mathematically. This is negative. So maybe I'll just be really clear about it. It should come close. Should come very close. So a quick sketch. If your numerator is negative, your branches go this way, kind of like a negative slope. That's what you're following. And if it's positive, your branches go this way, like a positive slope. So I want to be really clear about the difference between negative and positive. Okay, we're ready to make a table. Max, how'd you do on your table? Yeah, yeah, let's hear it. And next to that, we write undefined. So you do not graph it. Or you graph it as an asymptote in the dashed line. So then you need two numbers lower and two numbers higher. That has to be the center of the graph. Okay, let me just show some right here, Joanna. So I put 3 here. And what'd you get out? Yes, I agree. We have an ordered pair at 3, 5. What did you get for 4? Let's just see. -2 over -1 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. So we have a point at 4, 6. Good job. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, 6, 2. Bottom. Okay, so if you just look at it and you don't have any previous knowledge about how the asymptotes work or how the branches should look, then it's going to be difficult to connect the points correctly. So in the steps yesterday, it said to begin with your pencil near a dash line. You let the dash lines guide your curves. So you can start right over here if you want. Start near a dash line, move through the points, end near a dash line. Start near a dash line, move through the points, end near a dash line. Alright, while you guys finish that up, I will go over the details of your optional project for 4th quarter. When is it? Oh wait, you're about to go. Yeah, I'm about to go over it. Yeah, I didn't put it in a folder. It's right there. If you look at school, it just says student led review project. That's what it's called. The project? What are you talking about? Man, why didn't you just You'll create a review lesson to help prepare the class for the final exam. You may have up to 3 people in your group. This project's worth 100 points. 50 points for the handout that is due in class Friday, May 13th. That gives you 2 weekends to get it done. And 50 points for the presentation done in class between May 17th and 20th, which is when we're just slotted to review. A breakdown of how points will be awarded is on the rubric here. So what I do find is on the exam, the classes do best on the sections that students do the review. You've already seen me teach the topics. You're bored of it. You've had enough. When the students come up and review, you pay attention, you're engaged, it's good for everybody. So I hope you guys participate. For your handout, you create a handout, you give me one copy, I print enough for the whole class, okay? The class has the handout that you make in front of them during your presentation. They can take notes on it, and then there's practice problems for them to do. Your handout has to have 3 worked out examples with stuff shown. After that, you do several problems for the students to complete on their own. Lots of groups want to know, what does several mean? How many problems do I have to show? Well, for graphing, 2 might be enough, or 3. But if it's something like simplifying radicals, maybe you want to put 10 in there that show lots of different types of problems. So I put several here vaguely because every section might have different requirements. I put in bold an answer key. I have to have an answer key to know that you did the problem. I check it, make sure the answer key is correct. For the presentation, you have to completely review the topic as we covered it. You do examples in your presentation. It can be the same examples on the handout. So if you want to do like a PowerPoint or a Prezi or anything, you can use those same examples that you put on the handout for the students. You can use this whiteboard. You can use posters. Or you can use this projector. You can project from your smartphone. You can use my tablet if you want. If you do a digital presentation, like a PowerPoint, it has to be uploaded to Schoology. This isn't the right date. I have to correct that date. That's the date from last year. Your presentation has to be 5 minutes long. But normally they're longer. Normally they go longer. If you have 3 examples, it usually takes longer. These are all of the topics on your final exam. So if you want to start studying, you can start here. Excluding chapter 8, we're doing chapter 8 right now. Yeah, this is your final exam. Here's your rubric. If you cut your presentation short, you'll get 10 points still. 25 for a full presentation. If you're not prepared, I'll give you 10 points. If you vomit and it doesn't go well, and you get a grade lower than your current grade, I won't put that in. So it's optional. I'm not trying to hurt your grade. I'm supposed to help you. I will encourage students to ask questions, and I'll ask questions too, so make sure you can answer them. Here you get 15 points if you cannot answer questions. So you need to be able to answer questions. Your handout should be titled, clearly explained, and the answer key should be correct. Sometimes it's done incorrectly. You get 20 out of 50 points if it's not done correctly. So if you want to make your handout, come see me after school before the due date. I can look through it for you and make sure it's right. Any questions on the optional project? Okay. I'll put this sign up sheet back there now. You guys open the workbook to your homework. Are you gonna actually do it?
Yeah. That's right here.
Yeah, but it's like that. I would just put a newspaper right there for now, and then if it's there. Can we just put the chapter?
Just
the number.
Caitlin, you want to pause? You want to pause? I send you the decoder. You going for a senior year? You going for your senior year? Oh, you went to a different prom at a different school? Oh, okay. What about you, Lee? You going next year? Or you going senior year? You gonna take your little date?
Alright, just make sure you know what section you want. You can sign up for the web.
Y'all from the Mac?
I don't want anybody doing a space section.
Y'all from the Mac from me? You gonna tell let you write that challenge? Yeah, yeah, I will too. Be like, let me write that challenge. You have you drove his car? I know that baby flying.
Please keep in mind that your grade is it's likely your grade is gonna end up lower than your current grade. Like typically your final exam score is lower than your quarter score. So if you got a C and a C and you fail the exam, you will end semester 2 on your high school transcript with a D, right? A C, a C, and a low F, you get a D. Okay? You get an A and an A, and you get a low B. You will have a B for semester 2. Okay? So even if you're feeling really confident about your grade, I do encourage you to do the projects. I mean, I don't know how many points it'll boost you. You know, that's a whole like averaging question. But it is 100 points. You might as well do it. Just saying. Yeah, up to. Hey, some people work best by themselves. Do it by yourself. Get it done. Easy. No
Does it
stress.
have to be like on a big poster board?
No, you can do a PowerPoint if you want.
Or like a little white piece.
Some people do. Some people, I give them fresh markers. They write their 3 examples. They show their steps. And they don't do any presentation, no poster, no PowerPoint. They just use the whiteboard. Keep it easy. Keep it easy. Keep it easy.
So I could just have at least everything in one silver paper, that's it. And then put it on the whiteboard when it's time for it.
Yes, and explain it and be able to answer questions.
Oh, that's easy, bro. But you said we have to use we have to make our own problems.
Yeah, I mean, you can use the problems in the book as inspiration. You know, and if you want to just change them by like a number or so, you know, or pick anything. I mean, if you can't do like all 3 examples directly from the textbook, you know, you can do them very, very similar.
Oh, I think I might have to do that.
And I encourage you, like maybe one person is really good at doing the problems and making the handout. And maybe one person's confident in standing up in front of the class explaining. And you guys want to partner up that way. Hey, I'll make a handout. Will you present it? Or hey, I'm willing to present. Does anybody want to make me a handout to present? Like communicate that way. Use your own skills. All right, here's your answers for 1 through 4.
If we no, still even if we fell it, that shit going up a lot. You playing Kahoot? Bro, my God, bro, why you in my business? Hey, she playing the game because she don't want to be in this class, right? I know she hates this. You saying dumb shit that was shit up. You went to the pool on Sunday? You baby. I see the matcha. Oh, so you do that one. Ooh, she got a matcha. You work on that one? They say you're not a man until you work in the hot sun. Nigga, I'm already black. That shit lets you know. I work in that fucking sun. I'm dumb black. Look at you, black and black. You black. G. Wait, did you do that ace test? No? Did you do that ace test? Yes, tomorrow. Ace test. Two ace tests. I'm not stressed on it. I just stress on this class. Yes, definitely. 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 Boy, you want to have homework every fucking day, bro. This is the only class I get homework. Not even this teacher. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Only this teacher gives me
Look at mine up here.
that's mama class.
There's my dash line. You're not.
What you doing this class?
If that's the option.
I thought it was tomorrow, miss. I don't want to look at the. Don't want to look at the board. If not, she's gonna say I copied and I don't know how to do it. Which I do. Yes, I do. You gotta blink. You know, move the spot to that spot. You know, flip it. Solve it. Answer. It's home. You see, that's how you know you don't even know how to do it, bro.
Now I can like do the math. Or my other one. And I can do practice.
You still got Bible? You got all that shit? What about you, Kevin? You got Bible? That shit stressful. Like hella stressful. Like, do you do your work and shit? Or you got a bad grade and that shit? Oh, you're in your last 2 years? Oh, so you do the freshman and sophomore, or you just do it both classes? You doing both? I know your ass ain't want a lot of
Alright, get out a red pen and a highlighter or a separate piece of paper and pass it back to chapter 7 test form.
Bro, oh my god, you know what I got on that? I was saying that, I swear to God, I forgot everything I fucking had. Yes, bro, I fucking failed that shit. But my grade's still good though, bro. Even if you put it in the paper. That shit is dumb easy. Bro, but that shit is easy. It's like basically asking you like personal questions, like your opinion. To the pen. You don't be in here anymore? Why you say that? You got red pen? Miss, can it be a different color besides red or have to be red?
Sure. I gotta see my test.
You be saying you don't, but you like, don't be saying that, bro. I don't say that, bro. You gonna see right now my face? You gonna be like, this nigga dumb retarded. What I'm telling you? No, I don't. Even if I did, I don't get it. I'm alright, but then I'm like, I went stupid. Like, I really don't. Damn, this wasn't C. How this wasn't C? It's the two is the point that you don't want it. What's it? What? Are you listening to? I thought you didn't hear me. Oh, you did good. I know my dog got a window, and she know who it is too, cause she gonna look at me right now. Huh?
You can do Phone Academy.